Beverly Hills has a subway station? Is it safe? Is it reliable? Is it wheelchair accessible? All questions we're going to be going over in this video. I will also be telling you some tricks on what to do and what not to do when you're on the metro. Hi, I'm Kendall, your travel accessibility advisor, and we're going to be talking about the new D-Line extension and specifically what it means for tourism with the upcoming Olympics and Paralympics. I will also be providing some extra tips in my free PDF down in the description box below. So come along and we're gonna ride the metro. We start our journey at Union Station in downtown Los Angeles. This Spanish Revival Art Deco style station serves as a reminder of the Los Angeles that it was before it was car dependent. To head to the subway, you will walk towards the east side of the station, and you will be tempted to grab a Starbucks. I don't blame you. I got myself one, but hold on. I got a better place in mind for our first stop. On your left, you're going to see an elevator, but before you go in, you're going to want to purchase an LA Metro Tap card. The Tap card will be how you're going to be paying for rides and fares. To pay for your Tap card, you will insert your card or cash into the Tap machine, and then you will select how much money you want to upload into that card, and yeah, pretty simple. A regular Tap card costs $2, and a one-way ride fare costs $1.75. Unless you qualify for a reduced fare, which leads me to my first tip. Tap card, reduced fares for people with disabilities. Individuals with disabilities or the elderly can apply for a reduced fare that will give you a maximum charge of $2.50 per day or a $5 maximum charge per week. All you need to do is fill out this form and provide documentation of your disability. Seems easy enough, right? While unfortunately the review process can take up to 20 days, not counting the time it takes for Metro to mail you your Tap card. And so if you're going to apply for a reduced fare, give yourself a month in advance before you go to Los Angeles to receive the reduced Tap card. And personally, I think if you're going to be spending a day or two or even a week in Los Angeles, applying for a reduced fare card is not worth the hassle. But if you're staying for a longer period of time, it might be. Or if you're a Los Angeles local, I would definitely apply for this reduced fare. This leads me to tip number 2. Now, unfortunately, you cannot buy a Tap card electronically. I tried purchasing a Tap card through the Apple Wallet app, and I immediately received an error code and an automatic refund. So it would seem that your only option is to purchase these Tap cards at Tap machines. And hopefully this will change for the LA 2020 Games. At the gate, you're going to place your Tap card at the scanner, and then the gate will open. Each subway station does have a wheelchair accessible gate, so you don't have to worry about entering a different place. Now finally going on to the elevator. You're going to take the first elevator to the Concord floor and then the second elevator to the platform floor where the subway will be. Each metro station has this 2-elevator system, making all the stations wheelchair accessible. As a side note, I like that the elevators are clear. This way security can see me even when I'm in the elevator, and that just makes me feel more safe and secure. There is security at every metro stop, which makes me feel comfortable when I'm riding the subway station. I even saw security riding the subway, so I felt comfortable from that standpoint. This is still public transportation, so be aware of your surroundings. But for public transportation, I overall felt safe. The wait time for each subway ride was about 5 minutes, and the longest I had to wait was 15 minutes. So this was really fast and reliable, unlike the train station where I sometimes have to wait 30 minutes past the time it said it would be arriving. Maybe it's just my local train station, but I definitely had a better, easier, faster, efficient time with the subway. And getting on was very easy. Unlike the London Tube, these subway stations do not have large gaps, and so I can literally roll my wheelchair onto the subway and go to the designated wheelchair areas. Each subway cabin had its designated wheelchair accessible spot, as well as an area for seniors. But what did surprise me is that unlike the LA Metro bus, when you take the subway, your wheelchair is not locked down to the floor. And so you will feel that high-speed jolt. Hang on to your wheelchair, buckle yourself in if you have that option on your wheelchair. Do whatever you need to do, because you will feel that high-speed rush. It's still fun though. For our first stop, we got off of Wilshire, Normandy, and we went to the Openaire restaurant located inside the Line Hotel that is literally across the street from the metro station. The glass-enclosed greenhouse restaurant feels like a botanical daydream, surrounded by succulents and greenery. It's easy to forget that you're in the heart of Los Angeles. Founded by 2-star Michelin chef Josiah Citrin, this California Mediterranean restaurant focuses on seasonal, market-driven dishes and wood fire plates that match that airy garden party vibe. I ordered the Eggs Benedict and my camera woman ordered the lox. The Eggs Benedict was really ooey and gooey, and you could just see that neon orange yolk. That's when you can tell that the eggs are good. And the potatoes / french fries had this salty, tangy bitterness to it. It was definitely intentional. It's just a french fry experience that I've never had before. Main dishes are about $25 to $30 a person, and with coffee drinks, that's $4 to $7, excluding the tip. And this is pretty standard for a sit-down meal in Los Angeles. And remember, you didn't have to pay for parking, so maybe you should treat yourself. Heading back to the station, our next stop is the Brea Tar Pits and the Los Angeles County Museum of Arts. There are 3 new stations added to the D-Line Metro. They are La Brea Station, Farifax Station, and the La Cienega Station. The La Cienega Station being part of the eastern side of Beverly Hills, this is a big appeal for Metro and its commuters, as riders can come from downtown LA to East Beverly Hills in 20 minutes. A commute that can take up to an hour by car. And I mistakenly thought that the La Brea Tar Pits would be at the La Brea Station. Turns out it's not. It's at the Farifax Station for the closest proximity to the La Brea Tar Pits and Museum Row. But I didn't mind the extra 15-20 minute walk. I was just so happy that I could get on and off the subway independently by myself and that I figured out what I was doing. I also met these little robots that are food carriers, I think. Anyways, I think it thought I was one of them, and something about asking me if I wanted to join the resistance, I don't know. Welcome to Museum Row, one of the most iconic stretches on Wilshire Boulevard, where world-class art, science, and history all live within a single walkable block. Tucked along the Miracle Mile is this cultural hotspot, home to Los Angeles County Museum of Art, the La Brea Tar Pits, the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures, and the Peterson Automotive Museum. Right in the middle of the city, sticky black tar bubbles come up from the ground, and it's been doing that for 50,000 years. New fossils are found here every single day. The tar pits even help scientists understand how our planet and the climate is changing. In fact, new fossils were found during the process of building the subway. Metro workers found fossils belonging to bison and mammoths. Pretty cool, right? Right next door is the Los Angeles County Museum of Arts, also known as LACMA, the biggest art museum in the western United States. It has art from all over the world, with some artifacts dating back to 6,000 years ago. Outside of the museum, there is 2 iconic public art installations that you're sure to find on everyone's Instagram feed. The first public art installation is called Urban Light, made by the artist Chris Burden. It is a group of 202 old street lamps from 1920s and 1930s Los Angeles. all lined up together. They turn on every night using the power of the sun, and they glow until 10 p.m. The second one is called the Levitated Mass by artist Michael Heisner. It's a giant rock that weighs 340 tons. Yes, tons. And it sits over a long walkway that you can roll right underneath. And that's just scratching the surface. This stop can be a multi-day itinerary in of itself. There's so much that I didn't cover, and so if you're interested in more itinerary or tourist destinations on Miracle Mile or Museum Row, let me know down in the comment section below and I'll make a separate video about it. These art installations are not the only public art that you'll see. Each subway station has its own dedicated mural inspired by the people, neighborhoods, and architecture on its local street. The mural inside the Wilshire Farifax station is named Hands and Things by Carl Handel. With this mural, the artifacts are not the focus of the art, but rather the hands that hold them, emphasizing the beauty of physical labor, putting a spotlight on the residents who make the city what it is today. One of my favorite murals is Todd Grade's Mining the Archive S. Charles Lee Architect in the La Cienega station. S. Charles Lee was a designer for the nearby Sabin Theater, another monument dedicated to Art Deco and the movement. Another favorite mural of mine is Eamon Odohion's piece called The Infinite Landscape, Los Angeles Forever. Located in the Wilshire La Brea station, the piece is supposed to emulate the sunrise of Los Angeles and giving that feeling of transporting through a magical portal, or time itself, symbolizing the transformation of Los Angeles. And a transportation transformation is what the city is going to need for the upcoming Olympics and Paralympic Games in 2028. 15 million tourists are estimated to travel to Los Angeles during the 2028 Games. And the city has plans for these games to be a transportation-forward game. And the city has planned for these games to have an emphasis on transportation. The Los Angeles transportation score is around 55 to 60 on a 100 scale. So it's not bad, but it's not great in terms of the consistency of public transportation. The D-Lane extension will play a critical part in the Olympics and Paralympics, as the D-Lane will eventually transport commuters to the UCLA campus where the athletes' village will be for the games. However, I remain skeptical. 28 public transportation projects were made in anticipation for the number of tourists, and as of the recording of this video, 11 of these initiatives have been completed, with 6 projects still being in the design phase. LA's subway transportation is fast and efficient, but if city officials and local government leaders are looking for a transit-first games, there is a long road ahead. These games are spread throughout Los Angeles County and the surrounding communities. That's approximately 4,700 square miles and over 12,000 square kilometers. And with new train and bus and subway routes that are not yet completed, it will be interesting to see how the logistics will unfold closer to the games.
What are your thoughts on the Metro line extension? What do you like about it and what do you not like about it? Leave it down in the comment section below. Now, currently the extension to UCLA is not complete and it won't be complete until fall 2027. And there's a lot of individuals worrying how many projects will be completed by 2027 or before the Olympics and Paralympics. And so I'm curious to know your thoughts. Do you think that this new extension is going to be completely finished before the Olympics and Paralympics? Or do you think Los Angeles bit more than it could chew? Leave it down in the comment section below. I'd love to know. That is it for this video. Thank you for staying until the very end. Hit that like and subscribe button. You know what to do. And if you haven't already, click and see my video on Universal Studios, or if you want to learn more about the Paralympics, feel free to click over here. Thank you again, and I hope to see you soon. But until next time, enjoy your journey, traveler.
not dictated to the solicitors.